My name is Dr. Bloom. You can call me Henry, or if you would feel more comfortable, you can just call me Doc.
Fuck off, Doc.
Garbage Day!
Huh?
No!
You know, I use the term fuck my life a lot. And mainly when I'm working with Trevor. No offense, Trevor.
None taken.
So we put out a Christmas list. Those are the films we're doing. And we will be doing the Santa Claus. It will be our year-end one.
No.
But Rain Man, we'll call him, you might know him as Trevor, says, "Oh, what you Silent Night, Deadly Night 2?" I'm like, well, we did horror. We don't need to do another one. We'll get to it next year. I don't want to do the Santa Claus.
But you know, Ciaran said, no, I want to do the Santa Claus. It's brilliant. It's got Tim Allen and Santa Claus.
Okay, no one's believing you at all.
That's what happened.
So I said, you want to do Silent Night, Deadly Night 2? Fine. But we're still doing the Santa Claus. So we're doing an extra one for you guys. And I told them, I go, our listeners, we have a set list. That's what we want to do. And Trevor Fashion says, fuck our listeners. I don't give one rat's ass what they want. It's what I want. And he starts crying.
Naughty.
So to shut him up, we have to do Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. So this is on him. That's all I have now.
And what a film it is, too.
You know, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 is directed by mainly an editor.
Yes, he did it. It was Coen Brothers.
Let's not give him credit, okay? His name's Lee Harry. Doesn't really work. Never really did. Did odd sound projects and stuff as a gaffer and blah, blah, blah. But Trevor loves him. Because I'll tell you right now, and I don't know what Trevor's review of this film is going to be. Clearly, you all know, because we all know at this point in this podcast career, is that we all know that Trevor's batshit crazy. So,
but not as crazy as Ricky, that you know of.
But Lee Harry, his claim to fame, he did the title sequence. The title sequence of, that's right, Street Fighter.
I know, I read up on that. Yes, yeah, Street Fighters. Well, we did a podcast on it.
Yeah. One of your favorite fucking films.
Dropkick with Kylie Minogue and Jean-Claude cooked up to his eyeballs.
All right, so let's just jump into this piece of shit. There's not much really to it. I think that's what the director said. Because, you know, they never had a script. There's no way they had a script. Because, and guys, I'm not making this up. And you almost want to watch it to see if I'm lying to what I'm about to tell you. But I promise you, I am not. So the film is just under 90 minutes. Just, slash a cliche, 90 minutes, we'll take it. That's fine. 38 minutes of it is actually all part one.
No, the clip show. It's nuts.
It's literally Ricky telling us a story we already know.
Yep.
And it's all in flashbacks. And we see the whole film again.
Yep.
But it was like Silent Night, Deadly Night for dummies.
Yeah, it's a clip show.
It's an embarrassment to filmmaking. And it's an embarrassment to any filmmaker who takes pride in anything they do. This guy doesn't. This guy was just hired, do what you can. But let's just jump into it. Here's the plot. All right. So we all know Billy was killed. The last time we talked about this, Billy was killed after his rampage. He was killed at the orphanage where he was raised in front of Mother Superior. And of course, in front of his younger brother, Ricky. Well, it's years later. And this is where we're at.
It's Ricky's
Silent
story.
Night, Deadly Night Part 2. We've got Ricky, Dr. Bloom, Jennifer, Mother Superior, Mr. and Mrs. Rosenberg, Chip, the detective, and the loan shark. Now,
Whoa! We forgot about someone. The guy in the cinema.
oh, we're talking about him. I actually called him. I got him a name for him. I was going to save that.
What name?
Because that guy reminded me of you. That guy was Trevor. Best scene in the film.
That's the biggest compliment I've had in a long time.
Yeah, it's when he gets killed. It's the best scene. This movie is terrible. So the music is so bad. You know what the music reminded me of? The music reminded me of going to your 4-year-old's first piano recital.
You know what? But I would say that the score in this film is the least of its problems. I think there's a lot worse stuff going on.
It's
to be fair.
Boy.
Yeah.
All right, so Ricky is now a teen, and we're pretty much doing the whole, he's being interviewed by obviously a doctor of some sort, where he's obviously in a shrink ward of some sort.
Yeah. But even though this guy has like killed multiple people, he's unrestrained. You know what I mean? He's given free rein.
He's unrestrained, and he has a lighter.
I know. You know what I love? I love the his opening line whenever the doctor sits down. He's all very doctorly and sensible and stuff, and he's saying, "And you can call me Doc, or you can call me by my first name." And Ricky just, with this really ropey acting, just bounces in and goes, "Fuck off, Doc." It sets the tone straight away.
No, I tell you what sets the tone is that fucking horrible music, and then the orderly, whoever comes in, or the nurse, or the guard, whoever it was, and all he does is stare him down for like 20 minutes. Yep. We're watching this it's almost like a bad spaghetti western showdown between this nurse and Ricky.
Yeah.
And the staring contest, it's fucking laughable.
And then Ricky then with the completely bizarre acting, says, "I don't talk to anyone, Doc. I don't tell anyone my story. But anyway, do you want to hear my story?"
It's terrible. This whole thing went on for 7 minutes. And then we got this worst opening scene ever in film history. All right. So we get 7 minutes of nothing. And then it goes, "I'm going to tell you my story." December 24th. Now, the next 30 minutes, we'll skip all this, is Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh, yeah, and also...
And here's what I don't get. No, this is my one big question. He keeps saying, "Yeah, my parents were killed by this, and blah, blah, blah." And he's telling the whole story, but he was a baby.
I know. This film takes place in a parallel universe where babies have crystal clear memories of everything that's happened whenever they were babies. It's nuts.
Yeah, he even says it was nighttime and we just reached a turn off.
He describes it.
How the fuck do you know that?
Baby, but also he describes details of Billy's murder rampage, which only Billy would have known. You know what I mean?
I know.
So yeah. I mean, there's more of this to come. Illogical stuff that makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah.
Fuck me, this is terrible.
It's a guy who
technically the film
brilliant.
After you get rid of the whole expose ditty dump.
Yeah.
You remember we made fun of harmless little Friday 13th? Friday 13th would give us the whole film that we just saw previously on Friday 13th. Yes. And they give us like a 2-minute montage. We complained about that for a second. Wow, these guys really...
It's literally half the film. And also, due to so much footage from the first film being used, to extend the end credits, they credit the entire cast of the first film. And the end credits actually last for 10 minutes. So if you add the 10 minutes onto the 38 minutes of clips, more than half of this film is not the film.
Yeah. 40 minutes is what we get of a new film. And so technically it's a short film.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep. But then we'll find out Billy's tragic story, the tragedy, or not Billy, sorry, Ricky, the brother. We'll find out his, his doomed love of Jennifer.
Yeah. So the orphanage closes, that he obviously for obvious reasons, and he gets adopted by the Rosenbergs.
Yes.
And there's a scene where they don't really know what's wrong with him. He's just kind of quiet. But then he sees these nuns coming in slow motion.
He freaks out.
He freaks. And they're two most evil looking creatures ever. I mean,
yeah.
And then the nuns come out of they leave and they come out of a store. And the mom keeps missing him. What's your problem? What's your problem, Ricky? And then he sees the color red fabric in this store. She goes, "Oh my God, it's the red fabric."
Yeah. I have more, but I was more distracted by the fact that the younger versions of Ricky look absolutely nothing like him. We'll have, and there's other stuff here, like where he says that, so Mr. Rosenberg, his stepdad died 5 years later. So this should have been teenage Billy that we'll meet later on at standing at the graveside. Instead, we've got like 12-year-old Billy, or not Billy, exactly, the name's mixed up, Ricky, So I'm getting it almost as mixed up as the filmmakers did, so.
Yeah, I love the scene where so after the kid has the flashbacks after seeing the fucking red fabric and the nun, they bring him to like a shrink.
Yeah.
And the guy, the father, the adoptive father, Mr. Rosenberg goes, "Oh my God, we got to be there for him."
Yeah.
And then the next scene, well, stepdad is dead now. Wow.
But instead of teenage Ricky being at the gravestone, it's 12-year-old Ricky who has time travel for some reason. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's the same thing with fucking Saturday Night Deadly Night. He was 16-year-old, I think he was, and he was like built like Dolph Lundgren.
Well, yeah, I mean that's a sort of bit of a trope for these types of films anyway. That basically teenagers.
Oh, okay,
are played by,
you're backing that up. That's okay.
Our teenagers are played by 40-year-olds. I would say as well.
Steroids.
Yeah. See the guy who plays the younger version of Ricky, the teenage Ricky, the one who starts killing. In reality, he was actually older than the guy who plays adult Billy or adult Ricky.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who fucking cares? So when he tells the doctor, "I'm going to tell you something I never told anyone before," he's like, "Let it out."
Yeah.
So after his stepfather died, Ricky's going for a walk, with his thoughts, and he's carrying a stick, as you do. And he sees these picnickers, and the guy's getting really frisky.
Yeah.
She goes, "Why don't your shirt's getting dirty when you need a new shirt?"
Yeah.
Why? "Because I see something I like." And then she's like, "You're such a pig." And he's like, "Yeah." And he gobbles his beer. I was like, Jesus, this is like
that's what you love about me.
So he starts getting, hands on me, and
forcing himself.
He starts having flashbacks. Ricky's having flashbacks of something he's never witnessed.
Because he was a baby. There is no way he could have. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And he's like, "Naughty." And he runs him over like 12 times with a Jeep.
But you don't see it. There's actually, to be fair, there's actually a couple of pretty good deaths in this. But some of the other ones, obviously for budgetary reasons or whatever reasons, they all happen off screen. So they do. So like whenever he's running over like a carpet or something instead of that guy, but that
I love.
Well, that's in first kill basically. So that
I love when he goes. He's gonna kind of rape this woman.
Yeah.
He goes to his car. I'll be back. I'm gonna go get a beer.
Yeah.
Well, she could have got up and left.
She could have run away.
But instead, no, she doesn't.
No, she could have.
Yeah, she could have. But this is what she does instead. So Ricky runs him over with the Jeep, a red Jeep, by the way. She then walks over to him. There's his dead body. She looks at Ricky and goes, "Thank you."
Yeah, but you know what? See, to go back to the first film, when Billy, kills rapey guy in the toy store, the girl who he basically saves, she turns around and she has a normal reaction in that she goes, "What have you done, you sick psycho?" But here, just showing you the difference, because I'm a big fan of the first one. Here, she turns around and goes, "Thank you." So just it's almost like a perfect example of the difference between these two films.
Yeah.
Well,
and then he kills the loan shark.
Separate loan shark guy. He's only killing people that are hurting others. Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
He's not just randomly killing spree. So he's killing the loan shark guy with the umbrella. Fucking stupid.
And you know the best, but I quite like that because it is over the top silly. I mean, it's completely impractical. It would never happen in real life. But I particularly like whenever they have like a poignant moment. Whenever after it, when you have you see your man land there dead and there's an umbrella drenched in blood, and then all of a sudden it starts raining on it. But if you look closely, the rain is only happening in that one spot. Obviously, it's fake rain.
I saw that.
on the umbrella.
Yeah. The cardboard boxes are nice and dry right
Exactly.
next to it.
Everything is, apart from the tiny rain cloud that is just putting rain on the umbrella.
And now we meet Jennifer, the love interest. I have to admit, this love scene is so fucking laughable.
Yeah.
And I love the line where he goes, "That was my first, and I thought it was hers."
Doomed love story. Yeah. Because little do we know, well, we'll soon find out that she has been sleeping with Chip. The badass Chip. The stud that is Chip. But before that, we'll get asshole in the cinema.
Yeah, then we got Trevor in the cinema, who wouldn't stop talking in the movie. And what theater is this, by the way? The lights are on.
The worst.
There's like 4 seats.
Yeah.
And I love how he attacks them. Like he's got his buddy next to him. He's going back and forth. He turns his head, and now he's there.
Yeah.
Where does his buddy go?
Yeah, exactly.
What is he, a fucking ninja?
People sort of magically disappear and reappear here. You know what I mean? And Chip...
And he kills him. You don't see anything, which is stupid.
No.
And he kills him, and nobody hears this?
Yeah. But then Chip comes over and has a conversation with Jennifer, says, "You miss me and all, I'm the best you've had," and stuff. Yeah. But then Chip's girlfriend doesn't really seem to notice that. Well, she notices that Chip's talking to Jennifer, but...
Well, it's got, I will say this, it's got some pretty good writing. There's a great line where the guys in the back of the cinema call him a faggot.
That's right.
And the girl goes, "I know that's not true." See, that's powerful.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good. That's something you'd get from a Scorsese film.
Well, it's Tarantino-esque sort of quirky dialogue, Yeah. And then all of a sudden, when she's talking to Chip, like you said, talking about the ninja stuff, all of a sudden, without them knowing that he was right beside them, Ricky's there with his face right in them. You know what I mean?
He goes, "What's this movie about? It's about a man dressed up as Killer Santa and killing people. Oh, this is my type of film."
Yeah. And also, before the film starts, Jennifer turns around to Ricky and goes, they have a trailer for some other film that's called Chaos or something. She's going, "Do you like this sort of stuff? That's awful." She's pretending to be all girly. Next thing says, "Oh, this film's about somebody who goes on a killing rampage at Christmas." I love these types of things. So it's like a complete character shift within seconds. And also the film they're watching is Silent Night, Deadly Night 1. Makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense because that's his trigger. Red's his trigger, or Santa and Red and whatever. And then here's what I don't get. After the theater scene, a couple of days later, what happened to an investigation with the dead bodies in the theater? I mean,
these are the worst police ever, or maybe it's just a complete plot convenience. Yep, nobody investigated. Not unless, that guy was known as being a bit of an asshole. So people were glad he was bumped off, the guy in the cinema. Yeah, also, so it's obviously all set during the summer, filmed during the summer, because it's only really the last 10, 15 minutes is actually set at Christmas.
Oh, gives a fuck.
Ricky, though.
No, seriously, there's Lee. We're about to talk about the killing spree, and this film is almost over.
I know.
So they're walking in broad daylight, and they run into Chip.
Yep.
He's being a dick, and so as you do, you death by high voltage.
Even though...
I actually did like the death. I thought it was all right.
But Ricky should have been electrocuted as well. You know what I mean? He's basically a superhero at this point.
No, why would he be electrocuted?
Because he's got his hand on him while he's doing the thing. He's in direct contact with him while he's electrocuting him.
No, he wouldn't be. Because he's got the handles that have the rubber.
Well, I'm no scientist. I'm no physician. But I don't know. There's a bit of sort of...
clearly
But they're playing loose and fast. Well, what about a few seconds later when he shoots a car? He shoots a guy in a car and the car blows up. How does that happen?
That's the best one. Yeah. What about the cop? The cop walks right up to him with a gun. You usually turn around, put your hands on your head. That's the two things they're going to ask you to do if they're going to cuff you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You don't walk up with a gun in their face.
Yep. But
he shoots him in the head.
But then Ricky puts...
Then he shoots the two neighbors. The poor guy, garbage day.
Well, that's the iconic scene, of course. Garbage day.
So stupid.
Yep.
Yeah, and then he shoots he had 3 bullets into the car and then it explodes.
Yeah. He shoots at someone in a car and the car explodes.
That was the budget.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was all there.
Right there.
And then he puts a gun to his head and does his evil laugh. You know what I mean? And the cops, horrendous acting by the cops, and it's all, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. You know? And then he goes.
There's a powerful moment when he bumps into the wee girl.
Yes.
And she's wearing red. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry, I missed her when she hits him with the bike. He goes, that's okay.
Well, again.
And he smiles at her.
This is a call back to the first one where Billy spurs the child who's being babysat, you know, by the two dipshits who one of them he puts on, you know, the antlers, you know, the naked chick, he sort of impales her on the antlers. Well, but Billy spurs the child in this scene, so it's a call back to that, but it's like Ricky's last remnant of humanity. But I did laugh whenever he's talking about how, you know, whenever he goes to blow his own brains out at this point, and there's no more bullets left, he goes, I was young and stupid.
You know what, though? I'm going to give it a pass on that one.
Why?
Continuity.
Well, he wouldn't have been there.
He was using a 6-shooter. He was using a 6-shooter, and he fires 6 times.
Fair enough. Yep. To its credit.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 gets a pass. Continuity. And then the twist. Did you see the twist coming?
Of course not.
He killed the doctor.
Yeah. Again, another off-screen death to save on the budget, presumably. You know, yeah, but all you see is
no, because they did that. We wanted to go, what?
Well, it works in both ways.
No way.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm like a 38-minute film and a twist and continuity.
And all we see is like the reams of tape like wrapped around and stuff, you know. Then we don't see his escape either, which is, again, you know, some things are better left unseen.
Yeah,
definitely
you just
in the
hear
case.
the screams.
Yeah.
You hear the screams and stuff. I mean,
it's the most sort of
stupid.
low security sort of facility for a serial killer ever, you know.
But then we got the showdown. That's right. Sister Mother Superior is back.
Yep.
Different actress. Why is her face all burned?
Well, they said she took a stroke, but as far as I know, strokes don't turn you into a fucking demon. But they are trying to sort of set her up as the sort of, you know, the big bad guy overall, because if you notice the number of her house, I mean, it's not exactly subtle, you know, 666. I don't know. I was trying to think back because it didn't show it in the clip show. Was there a part in the original, I can't remember, it's been a couple of years, where she was burnt in some way by Billy?
No, that's what I don't get. I thought stroke would, like, your face might droop a bit.
Yeah, turns you into Pazuzu in this world. But this is also the same world where babies can remember in intricate detail whenever they're adults shit that happened. You know?
And if you have a minor stroke, you turn into Toxic Avenger.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go. I will say the death of Mother Superior is actually good whenever, you know, the other nun comes in.
It's terrible.
Oh, with the head. Oh, come on, it's cheesy fun. Yes, it's...
Oh, my God, it's terrible. Yeah, so after the big chase sequence between the crippled nun and Ricky, very intense.
By the way, how many wheelchairs does this nun own? Because...
that's how it works. You'll have one on the top of stairs, and then she was trying to get in the elevator stairs, and then there'll be a chair waiting for her in the bottom.
Okay, fair enough. Well, that's my mistake. Fair enough.
Continuity again. Wow, look at this film. It's full of continuity.
Ticking all the boxes.
Yeah, because you've got the nun and the cops show up, right?
Worst cops ever.
And there's the nun sitting there in her nunish outfit, right? Not a drop of blood anywhere.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And you find out she's been beheaded.
Yep.
So where's the blood?
Well, Ricky's that good, you know what I mean? He can sort of do it so clinically, you know, the blood will...
In a half a second.
Yeah, that's how good Ricky Boy is, you know? And not only that, after he gets shot, he's not really dead.
Oh, he smiles at the end?
Yeah, he like jumps up.
I love it.
He comes back, sure, in the third one.
I don't know. There's a third one of this? Oh, there is, isn't there?
Yeah.
But it's a different actor.
It's a guy, what do you call him, from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2? Oh, his name escapes me at the moment. What do you call him? He's a well-known actor. Are you met him at one of those conventions? I think.
Bill Moseley?
Yes, Bill Moseley plays him. Yes. In the third one.
Oh, my God. We have to check that one out.
And then the series takes a completely different sort of direction, which becomes about witches and evil toy makers, played by Mickey Rooney.
I actually remember liking the one with the toy maker.
That's the Mickey Rooney one.
Yeah, but it's not really a Silent Night. They just decided to put the label on there, a Silent Night.
They were produced, the fourth and the fifth were produced by, one of them was directed by Brian Yuzna, the special effects guy.
Yeah.
Directed.
That's probably the robot one, which actually has, I can't remember. I gotta watch it again. But
Clint Howard as well is in them.
Oh, wow. You put our boy Clinton
Well,
there.
he's in everything,
Yeah, this is just, I'll never watch this again. This is terrible.
I have to say, in its defense, I would have to say that whenever you watch any film or any form of entertainment, you ask yourself after, was I entertained? And I have to say, yes, I was. I'm always entertained by this. So it gets a pass, and for that, I will give this a pass. Maybe it's entertaining for all the wrong reasons and different reasons that they actually set out and intended to do. But yep, I will 100% give this a pass. No problem.
Yeah. No, I would never. Because there's a difference between knowing what a film is trying to do, or at least trying to do something different, or different, and it might not work, but you'll give it a pass because you appreciate the effort they put into it. You can appreciate what the actors tried to do, and it just didn't work. But yeah, at least they tried something different. That's, to me, giving it a pass. This is a cheat. This movie's
That's a cheat. I have to admit,
it's not even a film; it's a short film, and it's terrible. And same thing when we talk about Stop When Mama Shoot or Return to Salem's Lot. Return to Salem's Lot is complete disrespect to Stephen King's original work, but you see something through the shit that I don't. I make fun of it and talking about it, yeah. And it sounds like because we're having a good laugh at its expense, that makes it a good movie. Guys, it doesn't. It's terrible. It's the reason why it's got the reviews it has. Don't watch this. I promise you, it's watch something. Watch Black Christmas, for Christ's sake.
Well, that's a classic.
And at least, I gave Silent Night a pass. And the reason I did was because of the violence. Gore was fucking brilliant.
Yep. It's a brilliant film.
And it definitely didn't sell out. And I thought the story was actually quite dark, with the kid dealing with post-traumatic stress.
Yep. It's a really good film.
Yeah, it's got some, but it's not. You really got a really good film, really?
For the type of film it is, yes.
So at least there was a serious tone to it, with a wink at the audience. This is about a fucking baby dealing with PTSD.
Even you say it, and that makes me laugh. And absolutely the central performance by the guy Eric something who plays Ricky is I was laughing the whole way through. Yep.
But, all right, that's what it was in there. We're not gonna agree on it. So it's
naughty. Punish.
It's not. It's
bad. I'm not going to deny it.
All right. We're just going to wrap this one up because. Oh, all right. 38 seconds. Okay. So this.
What we should do to extend this podcast is have clips from previous podcasts from the Silent Night, Deadly Night one, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we review Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, here's their entire podcast.
Clip show.
All right, guys, listen, we're going to wrap this one up. Long Kiss Goodnight will be next. Then we'll end Christmas month with the Santa Claus. Cool.
Yep.
The new issue of Phantasmagoria is out now.
It is indeed, yes.
It's available on Amazon worldwide, and of course locally here at Belfast and Forbidden Planet, and the U.S. and stores peppered all over the U.S. there. And there you have it. Give us a shout at CitizenFrame_podcast on Instagram, or of course Facebook. We're going to wrap this one up because this fucking piece of shit movie has taken 30 minutes of my life. And that doesn't include the 38 minutes of actual film. Fucking hell.
Punish.
Fuck me. I hate Christmas. All right, guys. Have a good one.